What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about how you can level up super fast. That Trevor Lawrence, I know a lot of you guys are like, yo, G, you've been getting your levels up really quickly. Unfortunately, this time around, there weren't many glitches that EA Sports had. The typical glitches that you would get is when you would go into the field pass and you would like do that set for the 80 to 81s and the competitive. I don't know if any of you guys took advantage of that throughout the year, but these two were glitchy. Like you would do them and it would jump you like 10 levels. EA Sports immediately figured out what was going on. It no longer works. There hasn't been, in the correct enunciation, there hasn't been a lot of glitches that have worked in this sequence, right? So I'm gonna break down what I've done with these, the current promos to get myself right to where it's gonna be right now. Shout out to Black James Bob with the 100 bits. Appreciate you, bro. Ultimately, what's going on right now is this, okay? The promos that they drop along with the competitive pass that happens every 2 weeks. Mission MUT is really good for right now. Sugar Rush should have already been done. If you're watching this video and your Sugar Rush is not maxed out, you missed out on a lot of XP. All right, so you need to go back and get all of this XP. Only if you haven't done it already. And I don't know what level everybody will be currently at when they're watching the video, but for the most part, all of my viewers that have been riding with me throughout to get to this level, you guys should have already completed Sugar Rush. So type 1 in the chat if Sugar Rush is already complete for you. The next thing that you're going to want to do is Mission MUT. Now, why is this so important? You get a lot of free cards and emblems as you go through. By the way, these things, they tell you that it's B&D in the description, but it's actually auctionable and you can sell those cards. All right? But this is very important. Okay, obviously all the promos that go to the field pass is very important. You can see we're about to max it out. I'm probably going to max this out after the video is over, but you can see there are a lot of things that you can get out of it, like getting that 96 will help you to complete things to get some of the higher overall cards and make a lot of coins as well. So it's not only about the XP, because I believe that the 396s give you the 98s that were going for about 700, 800k. All right, and completing the sets are very lucrative as well, because you get 2 98s plus the 99 Tebow or the Night Train Lane. All right, but what this is about is all of the XP that you get for the field pass. So let's go over the objectives. You can see that I have everything maxed out. Now, hear me out. I know none of us wants to do challenges, right? I know that. Yo, G, I hate challenges. It sucks. EA Sports got it on all Madden. They cheating. All of that is true. But what I'm saying is, if you want the cards and you want it faster than everybody else, you're going to have to bite the bullet. You're going to have to do the challenges. I did it. And remember, I always tell you if I'm going to do it. If I tell you I'm not doing it, it's not getting done. But there's another way to go around it. Because a lot of you guys want to see Trevor Lawrence, I just wanted to get to level 60 as fast as possible. This is a huge way to get a lot of that XP done in the field pass of the Mission MUT, and thereby get the Season 4 XP. The stats, very easy to do. They've made it a lot simpler than the Sugar Rush. I guess they've listened to some of the feedback, so that's worked. So definitely go ahead and take care of all these stats. Sets, simplistic. Very easy to do. Like, we don't need to even talk about it. Find the cheapest one, maybe make it the 91s. Do it 8 times, you're done. Sometimes you do it 4 times and it's done. Because you do the higher overall sets and it counts twice. Like the 93s will give you double in certain cases. House rules, shout out to EA Sports. This, they deserve credit for. If you were able to get through this with a lot less stress, type 1 in the chat. The other one before, when you had to pass 80 times and you got to do push-ups on your back, you had to do a push-up on your earlobe. They made it very difficult in the previous one. It sucked. It absolutely sucked. This was very simplistic, and I applaud EA Sports for making it easy, because you don't want people not wanting to play your game, and house rules is a whole different setting, and it's really stupid. It's really stupid. And then finally, with the solo battles and the head-to-head, we'll get all this stuff done a little bit later today, and like I said, we'll be able to max out everything else that's left with that. But this is very huge in getting all of the XP that is necessary. Now we go over and we take a look at the competitive. We're going to finish up the competitive probably next week. I haven't had a lot of time to really focus in on it, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. You want to focus in on the MUT Champion games and get as many of these 20s as you possibly can. And then the rewards, obviously they hide it inside, with the coins, but you're going to be getting a lot of 25k XP rewards and stuff like that, and also a lot of free cards as you go along the way. All right, so depending on your level of skill, you can do this a lot faster than some people, by going MUT Champions. If you're having difficulty with playing MUT Champions, try head-to-head. And then if that's still too much, you got to go to solo battles route. But to be honest with you, most of the time the solo battles don't work, which means that you're just going to be sitting there and not getting anything done. And it takes a lot more solo battles, obviously, to get the same reward. So I would focus on head-to-head, regardless of what your level is, and try to get those stats done with the competitive mode. That will help you a lot with getting everything you need to get for the situation. All right, and then you see all the rewards as you go through, and you can figure out what you want to do after that. Once you get this card, though, there is no more XP. All right, once you get the card for the week, no more XP is after that. So I pretty much focus in on head-to-head seasons, unless you want to get everything out of the MUT Champions and get this. But I've been telling you guys this like since Ultimate Legends dropped. I don't know who's in charge and why they still have regular Legends being rewarded there, but it's bad. It just doesn't make any sense that that's still there. All right, so those are the ways that you're gonna have to be able to take care of that in regards to the competitive. Now, with the Season 4, everyone that's watching this video, like right now we need 5,000 XP to get Trevor Lawrence. So he'll be done before today is over, all right? You guys should have already done the exchange set if you had your token from last season, all that stuff. You should be doing your daily objectives, which means that all of these things should probably be grayed out. If all of this stuff is grayed out, type 1 in the chat. That means that you've been grinding. And it's not even like a crazy grind. I stream with you guys every day and I do everything live on stream and I get it done within like 3 hours a day. All right, so with the way that works, depending on how your schedule is, as long as you're able to get the daily objective, you should be all set in that regard. Also remember that each individual program has their own XP. So if you've been taking advantage of all of these things, you should be one step ahead of the game, which means that, you're all set with it. And then ultimately, like I said, after we get Trevor Lawrence, I believe the next thing at 71, Trayvon Diggs. Now, that's 477,000 XP, which means that it will be about, I would probably estimate, maybe 2 weeks from now. You will probably be able to get that with the new promos dropping and stuff like that. Will he play? I don't know. But ultimately, we just need to get to this part right here to have the boost for Season 5. That's ultimately what everybody needs to get. Nothing else is going to be needed after that situation. That's going to be our primary, focus right there. Is going to be Season 5 in a little bit. And that's ultimately it as far as like going through and leveling up fast. You got to understand the programs, and you also have to understand that just replaying solos does not mean anything. I don't know how many, dude. I've told so many people, I've left comments on people's comments that have asked about it. You cannot kick 1,000 field goals anymore and get XP. All right? If it doesn't apply to any of these field passes, you are not going to get anything. Please do not message me about, yo, I'm not getting any XP and I kicked 1,000 field goals or I threw out 1,000 touchdowns. If it doesn't apply to what's supposed to be happening within the field pass, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's ultimately what you guys are gonna have to get working with right now. I will tell you this though, because I know some of you guys are gonna still ask, will Trevor Lawrence be the starter? Probably not. He probably won't be the starter anymore. No, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence will not be the starter. Tim Tebow will be, because Tim Tebow has been unbelievable for us. So I just think that, he's probably gonna stay based on his abilities and what he gets. He doesn't get the God stack from what I've been told. So we'll go ahead and see how he plays for like, a couple games. But right now, it looks like Tim Tebow's going to be that dude for us going forward. 99 speed, all this stuff that he's doing. Like, it just seems really, really wild. So we'll figure out what we're going to do going forward. And, we ultimately make a decision from there and see how we're going to go ahead and get through. But go ahead, level up as fast as you can. Get all that stuff done. And as usual, if you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. Stay blessed. One love, y'all.